Hi there, it is your Asian buddy here, and I wanted to talk about mortgages, the understanding of some main concept about interest, about how mortgage work. So for the people in their 20s or 30s, for the first home buyer, when you're excited to think about buying a property, your future home, sometimes you will neglect the importance of mortgages. So you may take it lightly, but mortgages is something that can help you handcuffed for years, no joke, for years. And even though it's easy, it seems really easy to get one, but it is actually a very, very important financial decision that is not to be taken lightly. The first thing is you need to think about the concept that you pay for mortgages. And let me repeat this once again because it's very important. You literally pay for mortgages. It costs you money, a lot of money, and you pay near double the amount that you borrow from the bank at the end of your 30-year loan term. You literally pay almost double of what you borrowed if you just pay it normally for the 30 years loan term. So you need to replace the concept of interest as money that you're giving away to the bank, because the terminology of interest is actually quite confusing. The term deposit interest is money that you get, but for mortgages, interest is money that you pay to the bank. It's money that is not yours. So that's the first thing that you need to keep in mind is basically mortgages is compound interest but working against you. And the second point that I got in mind is you pay way more interest in the beginning of the loan. If you use an example of borrowing $1 million for 30 years at a interest rate of 6.5%, your monthly repayment is about $6,300, and after 5 years, then you have paid about $380,000. But the interest is actually $315,000. So can you fathom, or can you imagine that you have repaid $380,000 in the first 5 years of the loan term, but you actually only paid down about $60,000 in principal. $380,000 that you paid to the bank, only $60,000 of which is yours. So it is actually most of the money that you pay back in the first 5 years is not yours. It is a very important concept that you need to sink deep in your mind. And the third point I wanted to talk about is mortgages is double-edged sword. Obviously, when it's used right, you can get into the market quicker, and then it is one of the easiest leverage that you can get. And I know, but it comes with a very big cost. So people may tell you that getting to the property market, the property price usually double in 7 to 10 years, and you will come out ahead. But what I want to tell you is most of the case, most of the time, that is not the case. Don't expect the property that you will be buying double in 7 to 10 years. And even if it does, it comes with a cost. In 7 to 8 years, you have paid the bank 35% of that profit. So at the very beginning, 30 or 35% have come out of interest. It's money that you have paid to the bank. It's profit that you never realize, even though that you think your property have doubled in value, but in fact you might only be able to pocket 70% of that profit, not to talk about stamp duty and all that stuff. And also you sacrifice your lifestyle most of the time, and how comfortably can you hold on to that property for 7 to 10 years? It is something that you need to take into consideration. You need to ask yourself this question: how important is your lifestyle to you? So, for example, if you wanted to enjoy a cup of coffee, your avocado toast, if you don't want to hang out with your friends, go out pubbing, having drink at night, you don't want to second guess or second have that thoughts of I have a mortgage behind me, and if I drink this coffee and if I have this out going with my friends, it's gonna affect my ability to pay for that mortgage. That will have a way on effect on you. So sometimes I reckoned you may end up be financially better financially better off if you just hold off from buying that property. If you stay at home, if you rent and buy your property as an investment, is also another option. You can also reevaluate the size of your mortgage because you will want to pay down the mortgage quicker. Obviously, much quicker than the 30 years if you want to have a mortgage because you don't want to pay all that interest. Have to think, second think about all of these so-called consequences before you actually go out to make the most important financial decision in your life. And I'm here to show you the negatives of mortgages, and because it's really important, and that is why that I'm here to point out the fact that you may need to think of all of the stuff that I've just went through. I actually got more stuff that I can talk about. If you find this interesting, or if you find my concept around mortgages interesting, feel free to leave a comment below, or feel free to comment on what you want me to talk about. And I'll see you soon. And this is it. If you like my content, share, like, and subscribe, and leave a comment below. I'll see you again when you come back to my channel. Sign off. I'm your Asian buddy.